Hello and welcome back to another video. So today we have a couple of jobs to do. The first job to do is to check on the weanling heifers down the shroy there. We're currently foddering them, feeding them silage outside. I'll show you that in a minute. But we also give them a bit of meal, a bucket of meal. We throw it on top of the silage because for some reason they're not inclined. Unlike the cows that we were feeding outdoors before we moved them onto greener pastures, they don't seem to be eating the silage outside that well. Probably because the weather is hitting it. See, if they were inside, they wouldn't be getting as wet and stuff. But they're just not eating it as well and as quickly as the cows did. So what we do is we throw a bucket of meal in on top of it, and they tend to eat it better when there's meal mixed with it. So that's what we're going doing today. So we'll just fill the bucket. That's ought to do it. Right. So also, I have my boots on, so I need to put on my bog trotters because the field has gotten a bit soft. So I'll go and stick them on. Right, bog trotters on, let's go with the bucket of meal. And while we're going with the meal, I might as well tell you other jobs that need to be done here down on the farmyard. Excuse the camera work, it's a bit shaky, I know. But anyways, we have a herd test coming up on the 6th of November. So the Saturday before that we'll be putting all of them in, and whether or not some of them will go out, some of them will stay in, or they're all staying in, I don't know. Time will eventually tell. But you can also see how soft the field has got. Very, very soft. Because we do have to go in here with the tractor when we're feeding them the silage, and the gate is just there behind the caravan, fold up caravan. So we'll go have a look. I can see them through the hedge there. The camera won't be able to pick it up, but I can, and there they are. So there's the silage there. You can see that silage was put in on the Saturday. It's currently the Tuesday that I'm filming this. So if that was the cows, they'd have that out in about 2 or 3 days. But that's the weanlings, so they're not eating it as fast. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera down somewhere and we'll get to it. Up, 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 up. Up, up. Up, up. 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 So there you go, they're all fed. I gave them their bucket of meal. I went around the outsides of it and just scattered it around the outside of the feeder so they can stick their heads in and eat the meal. And while they're eating the meal, they're eating a bit of silage, as you can see that cow is doing there. He picked up a bit of, well, she or he, I don't know if it's a bullock or a heifer, because these are weanling heifers. and they're Wayland bulls as well. But you can see there that when they're trying to eat the male, they're picking up a bit of the silage, so they're eating the male and the silage, and they're eating it way better than they would be if they weren't getting the male. Here they are. You can see there's male there that they're eating. There's another one picking up a bit of silage because she's eating the male as well. So they're happy out. We give them a bucket of meal every morning, and they'll eat the silage then better. Because we have been feeding them silage outside in the feeder for a while, and we were feeding the cows as well before we started feeding the heifers, or the Wayland heifers and bullocks. So when we were feeding the cows, the cows were up at the back of our own house, and then we moved the cows to the aftergrass in the silage field, and then we brought the feeder to the Wayland heifers and bullocks, which are now in the shroy. But the cows were eating the silage way better and way faster, but we realised that the Waylands here wasn't really eating the silage all that good, because obviously you have cold air going down on top of it, maybe a bit of rain as well, and it might be getting slightly wet, and they'll be more fussy eaters than the cows themselves. So we decided to try putting meal in with the feeder and mixing it with the silage, and it seems to be working. They're eating the meal, and in turn they're eating the silage as well. You might have also realised when I was giving them their meal, I was walking on the edge of the trough. That's because if I started walking in where they are, I'll just go down to my knees. So I tried going, one day I tried going around the edges there with the trough and just pouring it in, and could I hell move my feet? They kept getting stuck in the muck, and it was all sticky and stuff, and I just couldn't move properly and freely. So I just walk up along the edge of the feeder, and it's just way easier and quicker. But anyways, we'll have better go off now and do our next job that we have to do. The next job to do now, over at our own house across the road from the farm here, the field where the cows and calves were, that needs to be, there's an electric tape up there that needs to be taken down, because there'll be no cows or anything in there anymore. They're over at the silage field now, eating the aftergrass from the silage. It's a bit late. We cut our silage, I think, in June, so I don't know, it's a bit more than aftergrass. But anyways, yeah, there's a bit of electric tape across the road behind our house, a field behind our own house, that I need to take down, and a couple of stakes. So this should fit here on the front. We have an old bungee to sort of secure the plastic stakes. Is the key in this? No, I need to go and get the key. But yeah, I'll tune up the quad here. I think this is the second time on the channel that you're seeing the quad. So yeah, it's not only used for spraying, but it's perfect for the ground conditions that's now, because it's light. It has four-wheel drive as well. Even though we have the twin wheels on the 135, it's still heavy, and it'll leave a lot of tracks, while this is lighter and shouldn't leave too much tracks. And fingers crossed, I don't get stuck. Right, so that's all the stakes and stuff picked up. It was joined over there somewhere, so I think I have to get 2 reelers, and I didn't know if there was a reeler here or not. Turns out there isn't a reeler here, so I'm going to have to go over to the farmyard and get one. But while I'm over there, I might as well empty the quad here and put all the stakes back into the shed, and then come back with the reelers, and then I won't have to be carrying stakes and reelers at the same time while crossing a dangerous main road. So yeah, I'll go over to the farm, I'll put that back into the shed, and then I'll come back with I think it's 2 reelers. I'll bring 2 reelers anyways, just in case, and we'll reel up the tape. Right, that's the pigtail stakes and the plastic stakes in. We do like to keep them separated because those, when they're in a bunch, are just very, very awkward. They just tend to somehow tangle up in each other, and it's just hard to pick one out of a bundle. People who use these pigtail stakes might understand what I'm trying to say here. So I prefer the plastic ones, but the pigtail stakes, because they're made out of steel, have that little bit extra more strength than the plastic stakes do, so they do come in handy then. But anyways, I thought we had more reelers than we actually did. We are strip grazing the cattle over on the Fair Hill, our silage field, with 10 acres, so there's a lot of reelers and tape and stakes over there being used, so we have to make do with what we got. I thought we had a handle for this reeler here, but we don't, so I'm just going to have to maybe, I don't know, find something in there that I can put through the hole and reel it that way, or just do it by hand. It really doesn't matter. And then I found this small one here, so we'll go with them too. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully whatever bit of tape is over there that needs to be reeled up will fit onto them too. So yeah, anyways, let's cross the dangerous road again and get back at it. Right, the reelers are rolled up. You can see that there's a fairly nice bit on that one. It's a bit loose there, but oh well. And there's a fairly nice bit on this one as well. I don't think this one was worth rolling up, because the last few bits I could see it was a bit burnt. Don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, it's burnt there, and I think it's burnt there as well. And that's just tying tape together. If you tie 2 different tapes together, if you tie this roll of tape to that roll of tape and then put current through it, for some reason, we find anyways, it tends to burn the older tape. The newer tape is okay, but the older tape seems to burn. So yeah, I don't know what the thing is with that. But anyways, that's the 2 rolls of tape rolled up. And anyways, I'll go back to the yard now and we'll put them back in the shed. And that'll probably be the last time I'll be using them this year. Obviously we have rolls of tape over in the fair hill for the cattle, but once they go in, I don't know if they're going to go back out again, I don't know. But it's that time of year again when all the electric tapes are being rolled in or rolled onto their reelers and put back into a shed until summer comes again. So yeah, anyways, yeah, let's head back to the yard. Now we're back at the yard. We can throw these. We can throw these back into the shed. We have another big reeler there. There's a bit of a mess with tape thrown everywhere. But yeah, anyways, that's the fencing done. The electric tape taken down. We can park up the quad now, I guess. There we go, that's the quad parked up. And that is going to be the end of today's video. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified of every future video. Don't forget to check out the merch, my merch and my gate mate. The links to them will be down in the description. And that is it for me. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.